What's up, Dunwoody? I'm Matt Weber. Welcome back to the podcast. It's all about Dunwoody, Georgia. The show is brought to you by Dr. Brett Friedman from Village Orthodontics. So I've got my teeth fixed by him. My wife's got her teeth fixed by him. My kids are about to get their braces on. So we've spent a lot of time at Village Orthodontics. So if you or anybody you know, Jennifer, needs some help with their teeth, Village Orthodontics is the place to go.
I'll definitely recommend it.
Yes. So you are here. You are the founding executive director at Create Dunwoody.
Yes.
And so this is kind of a new thing, I feel like. The Create Dunwoody term has been around for a while, but I feel like it's kind of turned into a new organization. Is that right?
Yeah. So actually, it's been kind of sort of thought about since 2018, quite honestly.
Yep.
And there's been a team of
Because
people.
we were always talking about black and white art. It was always the black and white art, and
Yes.
Create Dunwoody could bring some color to the city.
Yes. And so there was a team of people working kind of diligently to formulate this organization, and it is now formulated and operating. It's really an alliance with the City of Dunwoody, Discover Dunwoody, and also the economic develop arm of Dunwoody, of the City of Dunwoody. And so really it's an opportunity to do just that, to create Dunwoody using arts and culture, and really creating a space for people to enjoy the wonderful things that are in the city of Dunwoody. And so I get to be part of that, which is really cool.
So I'm picturing like you're sitting at the same table as these other groups, and they're like, "This is what we want to do. It's going to be really cool." And you're like, "If we could just make it pink, if you could like do some art through it." It's like, Jennifer, what do you think?
Well,
A little flair.
Well, yes, it's a little bit of that, but it is really, certainly incorporating the thoughts and ideas of really all that are a part of the city of Dunwoody, right? And using that to drive economic development. So we want people to come and experience, enjoy, and love spending time in Dunwoody. But really, arts and culture is the vehicle to do that. And so that might look arts and culture looks different for everyone. It incorporates music and visual art. And so really thinking strategically about how we can do that in a way that is representative of the beautiful things that are already happening in Dunwoody, but also expounding upon that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to.
And haven't you already hosted like a cultural festival? Was that the Pacific? Did you guys do that recently?
No, actually,
No, the Asian culture.
Yeah,
Something?
that did happen at Ashford Lane, but that was basically conducted by Rosemary Watts, who is a part of the City of Dunwoody. I actually am going to be looking to, do different sort of activations in different parts of Dunwoody. So there's 6 different zones that I'll be kind of working on. And right now, for me, because I am the founding executive director, it's really about kind of building a foundation for the organization, establishing kind of like strategy and marketing, finance, all those different components, putting that together so that there is obviously a sound foundation for the organization. But I'm really excited about some of the things that we'll have coming up in the next few months. I did start a series called Art Is, and it's an opportunity for residents and people really who just sort of have a connection to arts and culture in Dunwoody to talk about that, to talk about what that looks like and what that means to them, and really take what that means to them and infuse that into kind of the plan and strategy that we'll be implementing in the coming months. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And so how's Create Dunwoody like set up? There's like a board of directors and then you, is that
That's right?
And the you is a new job. That's
That's exactly right. Yes, I have an extremely amazing, incredibly talented board of directors that I'm working with, and then it's me. Yeah.
Where are those the board of directors from? Is it all artsy people that you can find inside the Sproul Center? Is it people from around the city?
No, really, it's quite diverse. It's from people all over with different sort of arms and tentacles in different parts of the city. And so what's beautiful about that is just, the really breadth of experience and knowledge and resources that brings to this particular organization. So yeah, it's just it's pretty
bunch
diverse.
of different ideas from different directions.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like it. I
Yep.
like it. Um, okay. Well, and so you took over March 1st,
Yes.
and I've done some research
Okay.
on you actually. So you got 20 years in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
And you seem like you're just everywhere. You got the Weather Channel, MTV. What was it like growing up on MTV? Was that early years?
Well, you know what? This was actually in the late 90s, 2000s. And so
Okay.
I was in sales and marketing, and it was so much fun. I mean, just really like
Yeah.
a great opportunity to, be part of music, but I actually was on the business side. So negotiating
Okay.
distribution agreements and all that good stuff. But it was fun. It was so much fun. Really
Yeah.
fun. Yes.
And then you went to the creative side. So you do the or you're kind of the face of the Georgia Lottery, is that right?
Well, so I do host the Georgia Lottery. I do that on Sundays. I also am an on air personality on the weekends on KISS 104.1. And all of these things, Matt. You know how you just find things that you love to do, and it's just like
Yeah.
nice little taste of things that I enjoy doing, and they make
Yeah.
my heart smile. So
Yeah,
I
you
get to
gotta
be
have, like,
creative.
your creative area,
Yes.
your fun,
Yeah.
yeah, entertaining area.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's pretty exciting, and that's growing up with somebody with, like, with ADD, severe ADD, like, having a lot of different
Yes.
jobs was always a good way of doing it, having, like, a sport here and then a sport there, and,
Yeah.
I don't know, you learn to live like
Yeah.
that, and
Ex-
there's only certain people that can do it, so I feel like I'm blessed, right,
yes.
with this
Well, what's funny?
innate ability to just do everything.
Exactly. And what's interesting is like I'm one of those people who also I think it's left and right brain, right? Like I
Yeah.
enjoy the business side, but I also am very creative, and I think
Mhm.
these things allow me to have that outlet, right? Where I can just sort of be that creative person, but then there's also an opportunity for me to be strategic and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love it.
And then Shea Love, that's like a is that like a alter ego
Yes.
completely? Yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
mask that you put on at one point and you just change?
Yes, it's really fun because I am a music lover. I love
Mhm.
music. In fact, I like walk around with like a soundtrack in my head. I just like something will be happening and I hear this song. So
Yeah,
I love music, and I also love talking. So it's a nice combination, being able to host a show and also, enjoy music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're just so professional. I can see you just, like, walk in and kinda like, "All right, that's it,
Let's go.
new personality. What's up, Dunwoody? Blah."
Exactly.
Get your game face on. So, well, and you do voiceover talent too. That was another thing that I think is really cool,
Yeah.
just from having the microphones and stuff like that. How do you do that? People just
Well,
reach out to you when they need somebody?
yeah. So
Like commercials?
I've been doing that actually. Actually, I did that before I started in radio. And
Okay.
really, at first I just thought, you know what, this would be like a fun hobby, just something I love reading and talking. And
Mhm.
I went to actually took a class at the Alliance Theater, and this woman, she said I auditioned, like did this, audition, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Jennifer, you're going to make a lot of money doing this." And I'm like, "Really?" And
That's a thing?
yeah. And so I literally followed like every step that she recommended. I built a studio in my home, and I literally just, started putting auditions out there. And quite honestly, it just blew up for me. Like I have been doing some work recently for, Publix, AT&T, just all, different kinds of organizations around the country. And it's just fun. It's
Yeah,
just a fun thing to do. And you get to, have versatile voices, and, it's really, really fun.
yeah. And didn't you go to school for something completely different? Strategic management?
Well,
I guess it's kind of strategic management.
yeah. Well,
I can see that. No, lots of marketing.
yes, I went to undergrad for broadcast journalism, so somewhat aligned. And then
Okay.
I went to graduate school for at Pepperdine for strategic management and marketing. So
Mm,
yeah, I can market myself.
yeah. And you were at Jack and Jill, the Dunwich chapter of Jack and Jill, right?
Yes, yes.
What was that
It was
like, the
great. It
transition?
was great. Yeah, I actually was just on the executive board. I was the president for the chapter for several years, and it was great. It was a wonderful opportunity to sort of connect with kids and families and do community service work in Dunwoody, and so I enjoyed that quite a lot.
So you've been around the city for a while.
Yes, yes, I have.
You like it here in Dunwoody?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. So the city discovered Dunwoody and the development authority. So how do they work with you? Like how does that exactly work?
Yeah.
Like how do you weave in with them?
Well, so I guess a couple of things. One, they actually invested in the creation of the organization. So they funded the organization. So that's one way that they are sort of integrally connected into the organization. But then also, they are partners. And so I work with them directly on a variety of different things. Obviously, you know it just sort of it sort of varies, but really I use their insight and feedback on how to sort of move things and some of the things that we're planning through the city to kind of make that happen. So
Yeah.
really just working collaboratively in a variety of different ways is how I tend to work with them.
What are some of your favorite stuff that's going on? I really like that wall at Ashford Lane with
Yeah.
the backdrop on the parking deck,
Yes.
and then they did that again at MARTA. I guess you work with the PCID area a little bit too
Yeah.
with Ann.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really exciting to see some of these, wonderful pieces of art pop up. What I'm really going to be involved in is activation. So what you're going to start to
Okay,
see is a lot of,
more of the cultural side of it.
yeah, like lots of, music, visual art, other ways that we can sort of draw and connect people to the city. Again, using arts and culture as a vehicle to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, very cool, very cool. That's it's nice that we have another fun person in town, like
Yay.
doing some of the organizing. And
Exactly.
Jennifer Betcher is like one of my favorite people. She was an on-air personality as
Yes,
well.
yeah, she's
So
wonderful. She's amazing.
it's it's cool to have another nice person as
Yes.
part of the
Well,
community. So
thank you. Thank you.
well, cool. Well, are there any upcoming events that you have planned? I know you guys kind of just kicking off,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So we're actually going to do another Art Is event, and I'll actually send you some additional details. It'll likely be the
okay,
last week of June, and
okay,
would love for you to share that with your community. But yeah, that's one thing
gotta
that's
put
coming
that
up.
out.
And then we also are going to do a music series and more details on that to come. So some of these things, since I've just started in March, we're literally kind of creating
Yeah,
and making those things happen. So
yeah. Well, that's very cool,
yeah,
very cool. Well, it's nice meeting you,
nice meeting
and
you.
can't wait to work with you. Are you going to be part of
Same.
the parade this year? Is Craig
Hey,
Dunwoody
that
going to be
is my
part of the parade?
hope. I would
Yeah,
love
we
to
only
be
got
in
a
the
month
parade.
left, so start the planning.
Yes, yes, yes.